Hey, Canucks Nation, Brandon Alston here, play-by-play for the Edmonton Canucks. You've got it locked in the line change, Vancouver Canucks podcast.
What's up, Canucks Nation? Welcome to the Line Change postgame show, where we have our Vancouver Canucks Canucking with a loss to the Utah Mammoth by a final score of 7-4. This was a bit of a close one, for times in this one, but ultimately the Canucks drop it and lose to the Mammoth, a team that they have yet to ever defeat. The Utah are now officially 6-0 against the Canucks. So is Karel Vejmelka. He is 6-0 against the Canucks since they moved to Salt Lake City. So obviously disappointing loss. I believe we're still stuck on 8 home wins. So I'm beginning to wonder if we're even going to get to double digits on home ice. But on that note, let's check out the score, or I should say the goals from in this game. Let's check that out right now. Let's bring it up. We had Linus Karlsson opening the scoring for the Canucks at 2:28 of the first period, assisted by P.O. Joseph and Liam Ogren, his 14th of the season. And it was in his 100th NHL game on that note too. So obviously a big congratulations to Linus Karlsson on reaching that milestone and, contributing on the score sheet in this one. But let's take a look at the goal visualizer in this one. There you go. Ogren has it, passes it around to Joseph, who moves it back around to Karlsson, who comes in and does a nice little move there and is able to backhand it past Vejmelka. So a really nice goal from Linus Karlsson there. And then Kailer Yamamoto would score his 11th of the season at 13:34 of the first period, assisted by Logan Cooley. That would tie up the game at 1 apiece. As you can see here, puck moves down around the corner. There's Joseph, passes it back to Mancini, who tries to clear it, but I believe that is Cooley. It manages to intercept it, comes down, or actually here, I lost track of the puck there. Yeah, puck comes around the boards, Joseph, and then Mancini tries to clear it. Cooley intercepts it and then shoots it, and then Yamamoto is able to tip it in. So a bit of a, defensive lapse there from Mancini. And of course, O'Connor was not able to get to that puck quick enough on that. But that was all the scoring in the first period. Moving on to the second period, Linus Karlsson would score his 2nd of the game, his 15th of the season at 2:05 of the second period, assisted by Mancini and Teddy Bluger. This was a really nice tip from Linus Karlsson. As you can see, Bluger, shoots it against the boards. Karlsson gets it, tries to flip it actually over the net, and then it's back to Mancini, who lets it rip, and Karlsson is able to tip it in past Vejmelka. Almost kind of looked like it did like a double bounce also in a way, as, just with the angle there. But then Clayton Keller would score his 24th of the season on the power play at 7:04, assisted by Gunther and Sergachev. That made it 3-2 Utah. Taking a look at this goal here. See, Keller's got the puck right there. Passes it down to Cooley, I believe, and then to Sergachev, to Gunther, who shoots it, and Keller is able to tip it in. So a lot of tipping goals in this game. But Dylan Gunther would score his 38th of the season, assisted by Marino and Cooley at 11:55. That made it 4-2 Utah. And this goal I actually did not like at all. So here's Gunther with the puck, moves in. And then here's Marino, just walks right in. Nobody around him at all. We're going to take another look at this and watch. I forget. Watch number 6 in the light blue. Nobody around him. And he just, basically Gunther has a bit of an open net there. So I was not a fan of that play at all. You just can't let that happen. And I know we have such a young, defense, but you just can't let that happen at all. So that would do it for the second period. Moving on to the third period, Jake DeBrusk would score his 19th of the season on the power play, seems to be the only way that Jake can actually score. And it came 20 seconds into the third period, assisted by Filip Hronek. We talked about there being a lot of tipping goals in this game. Well, you can add another one to the list. As the puck moves down around the net, Rossi passes it back to DeBrusk, who moves it to the point. Hronek shoots it, and DeBrusk kind of just turns, and it bounces off of him and goes into the net. And then you had Lawson Crouse scoring his 21st of the season, assisted by Keller at 1:32 of the third period. So about less than a minute after the Canucks put them within one, Utah went back up on top by 2, making it 5-3. Looking at this goal, see here, puck moves down to Vancouver's end. Tolopilo kind of decides to play it here, moves it up, and Keller intercepts it, and Crouse just kind of walks in again. Bouillon was on him a little bit there. We'll just replay this real quick. See, puck moves down. Tolopilo kind of hesitates a little bit there, as you can, I don't know if you can really see on the visualizer, but he does hesitate a little bit. And, he may have not been completely set when Crouse picked up that puck as well. But moving forward, Marco Rossi would score his 10th of the season on the power play at 4:40, assisted by Hronek and Besser. This goal was originally credited to Besser, who we believe tipped it in, but they obviously, took another look at it. And actually, even when I saw the replay of this, it didn't look like Besser actually touched it. So I actually kind of wondered, were they going to give this to Rossi? But at the end of the day, another Canucks goal. So here you go. Filip Hronek with the puck at the point, over to Rossi, who kind of backtracks, moves around, and then, fires it. And, it looks like Besser tipped it in, but no, he didn't get a piece of Besser. In fact, and if we replay this, Rossi actually gets a bit of Sergachev's stick, not Besser's. So you see here, Besser moves out in front of DeBrusk, and then it actually goes off Sergachev's stick and into the net. So they credited it to Marco Rossi. Then you have Liam O'Brien scoring his 3rd of the season at 11:45, assisted by Tanev and Schmidt. This goal I also didn't really like at all either, and we'll get into that in a little bit later. Puck moves around. Then again, puck moves down. Marcus Pettersson races back over to O'Brien. And yeah, I would classify this goal as a lot of luck, as, it looked like it bounced off the post and then bounced off Tolopilo's glove and kind of just barely scored it in. So a little bit unlucky there for Tolopilo. Then Clayton Keller would, basically seal the deal with his hat-trick goal, 3rd of the night, 25th of the season, into the empty net, assisted by Schmaltz and Ian Cole at 19:07. We'll take a look at the visualizer on this one. But, puck cycled around behind the net. Carlson tries to, Bouillon kind of tries to clear it there, but Keller with the open net, and he seals the deal. So there are the goals. Let's take a look at the game stats here real quick. Shots on goal, 23 for the Canucks, 24 for the Utah Mammoth. Faceoff percentage was a 53.2% for the Canucks, a 46.8% for the Mammoth. So they were 29 for 62, while the Canucks were slightly better with 33 for 62. On the power play, the Canucks were at 50%, 2 for 4. And actually, the power play has been actually really good as of late. So that is at least a positive, to see. The Mammoth went 1 for 3. Canucks out-hit the Mammoth 21-15. Block shots were 15-10 in favor of the Mammoth. Giveaways, 18 for the Canucks, 12 for the Mammoth, and then 4 takeaways apiece. In the season series, Utah, like we mentioned, Canucks have yet to ever beat Utah. They lost to Utah back on December 5th by a score of 4-1. Then February 2nd, they lost 6-2. And then this one, they lose 7-4. Taking a look at the shots on goal per period, Vancouver actually outshot Utah in the first period, 11-8. Then Utah outshoots the Canucks 9-7 in the second, and then outshoots them 7-5 in the third period. But let's take a look at the box score in this one. We don't care about the Mammoth. Let's take a look at Besser. Besser with 1 assist. He was a -3, 19 minutes and 57 seconds of ice time. So just a tad under 20 minutes of ice time. 2 shots, 1 hit. Drew O'Connor, a -3, 15:58 ice time. Ty Mueller, who is in the lineup once again, 9 minutes and 21 seconds of ice time with one block, one hit. Elias Pettersson, a -2, 18 minutes and 58 seconds of ice time with 2 blocks. Teddy Bluger, who had an assist in this one, a +1, 14 minutes and 6 seconds of ice time, 2 shots, 1 block. So his ice time was actually decreased a little bit. I know lately he's been almost getting like about 18 minutes as of late. So that was obviously down a little bit there. Atu Ratu, 12 minutes and 4 seconds of ice time, 2 shots, 7 hits. So Ratu, again, really laying the body in this one. 7 hits. Wow. That is something we're definitely going to keep an eye on for the rest of the season because he's really racking up the hits. Sasson, 12 minutes and 8 seconds of ice time. Jake DeBrusk with 1 goal, 16 minutes and 36 seconds of ice time with 3 shots and 1 hit. Evander Kane, a -2, 11 minutes and 52 seconds of ice time with 1 shot and 1 hit. Liam Ogren, with an assist, he was a -1, 16 minutes and 29 seconds of ice time with 1 shot and 1 block. Marco Rossi, who had a goal, he was a -4 in this one, 17 minutes and 53 seconds of ice time, 2 shots. Linus Carlson with the 2 goals, he had 14 minutes and 4 seconds of ice time with 3 shots and 1 hit. Looking at the defense, Tom Verlander was a -2, 19 minutes and 14 seconds of ice time with 1 shot, 1 block, 1 hit. You had P.O. Joseph, who was a +1, 13 minutes of ice time with 1 block, 3 hits. Philip Hronek with 2 assists. He was a -2, 26 minutes and 59 seconds of ice time, 3 shots, 2 blocks, 3 shots, 2 blocks, 2 hits. Zibuim, who was a -3, 20 minutes and 11 seconds of ice time, 2 shots, 1 hit. Marcus Pettersson, a -2, 21 minutes and 54 seconds of ice time with 1 block, 2 hits. And then Victor Mancini with the assist, and he was a +1, 13 minutes and 21 seconds of ice time with 1 shot. Looking at the goaltenders, you see no Lankinen there. Lankinen was apparently under the weather today, so they very last minute recalled Yuri Patera, who was the backup for Tolopilo. But of course, Tolopilo, 17 saves on 23 shots, 6 goals allowed, a .739 save percentage. So obviously, yet another not terrible start for Tolopilo, but obviously, another rough outing for Tolopilo there. So, but all right, let's check out the chat. Let me move to here real quick, and I'll see what you guys are saying here. Let's see. Good to see Rain. Rain, good to see you, Big Brain. Bobby's in the house. Good to see you. Harry, nice to see you. Damn, buddy, Canucks can't take a break. L after L. Yeah, I think it's starting to get to me now. This is your guy, Tyler, your goalie of the future. Yeah, I know. Well, one of my goalies of the future. I'm still really high on Medvedev as well. So, but we gotta at least get there. And I know Medvedev is probably at least maybe 5 years away. So we need some sort of like stopgap between now and then. So, thank you to all those who are joining. I haven't heard from Gerald yet today, so I'm not sure if he's going to be stopping by or not. So yeah, I just want to let you guys know. Who knows? Maybe he'll just pop in once he sees us that we're live. But I guess in the meantime, let's check out some fancy stats, shall we? All right, I'm going to load this up here. Look at natural stat trick. These stupid security verification things. A little annoying. All right, where are we? We down at the bottom again? Close to the bottom. All right, full report. All right, here we go. Let's back up, guys. Come on now. Why is it not loading for me? Come on. There we go. Finally. All right, let me blow this up for you guys so you guys can see. Okay, screw off. All right, here we go. All right, so for the Canucks, their Corsi was a 56.67% in the first period. Second period was a 51.85%, and then a 30% in the third period. Chances for the Canucks in the first were 17, 14 in the second, and then 6 in the third period. Their high danger chances were 1 in the first period and then 3 in the second, and they did not have a high danger chance in that third period. Their shots for percentage was a 62.5% and a 55.56% in the second, and then a 33.3% in the third. For the Mammoth, they had 13 scoring chances in the first, 13 in the second, and then 14 in the third. Their Corsi was 43.33% in the first, 48.15% in the second, and then 70% in the third period. Their high danger chances were 2-2-2 in each period. And sorry, I was looking at the wrong chances for right over here. It's actually over here. So the Canucks actually had 5 scoring chances in the first period, 5 in the second, and then 2 in the third, while the Mammoth had 3, 4, and 4. Their high danger chances percentage for the Canucks was a 33.33% in the first, 60% in the second, and then 0% in the third period, while the Mammoth were a 66.67%, a 40% in the second, and then 100% in the third. And that is all at 5-on-5 in this one. So there you go. There's some fancy stats for you guys. Yeah, Rain, you're right. Maybe it just doesn't like it when I have when I share screens or something like that. But I do have it up on my laptop too, just making sure everything runs smoothly. But there you go. It does also say up at the top, relaunch to update, that being Chrome. It's like, now you want me to update? And obviously I'm not going to do that in the middle of our stream. So but yeah, there you go. There's some fancy stats, as I mentioned. Let me get rid of this. Stop screen. There we go. Rain, as long as the game on the 14th is entertaining, I'll take that as a win when I attend. Yeah, I'm gonna try and go to that game. Definitely gonna try. But like I keep mentioning, I want to at least go to one more for the end of the season, and I think that seems to be the perfect one. Obviously, I think the one on the 7th is a little too quick. So then again, tickets are apparently still pretty cheap. So we'll see. Buffalo going to the playoffs after 14 long suffering years. Good for them. Yeah, I'm really happy for the Sabres. They deserve to end this drought, and hopefully they actually do well in the playoffs as well. And not, it's not just, them finally getting into the playoffs. Hopefully they actually do well in the playoffs as well. I I think I actually picked them as a bit of a sleeper. So I already did that one. Harry, at least my Jets won. I'm happy about that. Yeah. I mean, I actually, after the Canucks game ended, I managed to catch the end of that Leafs Kings game, where it was 6-6. They showed like the overtime period, and that I gotta say that was a beautiful goal by Byfield to end that one, especially after how they had Nylander on a breakaway, and Kemper stopped him, and then went completely the other way. And what a beautiful tic-tac-toe pass from, I believe it was, who was it? Was it Panarin and somebody else, and then Byfield? I'm not sure if it was Kopitar or Kempe. I can't remember who the middleman was in that one, but that was a beautiful goal by Byfield. And Woll had absolutely no chance on that one. All right. Let's see. Let me just see what's going on with G. I mean, he didn't say that he wasn't gonna be here, but maybe he's doing stuff. So yeah. And hey, if worst comes to worst, maybe I'll bring Rain on, and he can spill the tea about that, the Price is Right live show, as I see he puts in the chat there. Yeah, I mean, even if G does join, maybe we'll still bring you on, Rain, for sure. But let's see if there's any news we could maybe talk about real quick. Let me see here. That's not going to do it. All right, you know what? Let's take a look at this. This seems like it could get people talking. So I'm going to bring it onto the screen here now. Give me a second to share it. There we go. All right. Who should win the Canucks' year-end team awards for the 25-26 season? And I want you guys to let me know in the chat. Who do you guys want to win? Of course, this was written by our good buddy Tyson Cole over at Canucks Army. Vancouver Canucks put out the call to fans on Thursday to vote on the 25-26 team awards. Now the season has been a complete disaster for pretty much every player on the roster, and while they won't garner any consideration for any league awards, they still have to hand out the team awards. So let's dive into the 4 awards voted on by the fans and the 3 other awards and give our pick for each honor. We'll start with the 4 awards voted on by the fans. Starting with the Walter Bay Pratt Trophy Best Defenseman. So, for those of you in chat, let me know your pick to win the Best Defenseman award in the chat right now. Just throw out a name, and then I won't. Obviously, these are just his, picks, but I won't show the answer until you guys post in the chat who you guys think is going to win. So I'll give you guys, a few seconds to do that. All right, let's see what Tyson said. I see a couple Horonics. Bobby, it's best defenseman. Besser's not a defenseman. But yeah, I see a couple Horonics. I think that seems to be the pretty smart on pick. So let's see. Yep. Looks like Tyson's going with Philip Hronik as well. There really shouldn't be much debate on who the best Canucks defenseman has been after trading Quinn Hughes. Since the Hughes trade on December 12th, Hronik has logged the most ice time of any defenseman, averaging about 25 minutes per game, which is nearly 3 minutes on average more than Marcus Pettersson in second. His impact on both special teams has been massive, and he's turned the power play into one of the hottest units in the league as of late, while still logging the second most penalty kill time by a defenseman. So there you go. Their pick is Philip Hronik. I would not be surprised if it was Hronik at the end of the day. I think he's really the only candidate, I think, at this point. Put all that together with the fact that he is second on the entire team in points with 44. I guess that's now, 46 now. 24 more points than the next highest point total by a defenseman in a Canuck uniform, Tom Willander, and he's making an impact in all three facets of the game. Hronik has been the most consistent Canucks defender all season, and the only one who has understood and excelled in Adam Foote's system. The conversation isn't as close as to why he should be honored as the best defenseman this season. Okay, now the Cyclone Taylor Trophy, which is the MVP. So go ahead in the chat, let me know who's your pick for MVP. I know it's a little difficult to pick somebody on a really, really bad team. But go ahead and let me know in the chat who's your pick for MVP, for team MVP this season. I'll give you guys a few seconds there in chat to put in your answer. Okay, I'm going to give you guys 10 more seconds to put in your answers. I'm seeing some Horonics. I love it, Justin. Yeah. I mean, if that was an actual pick, that absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Let's see what Tyson says. Last year, obviously, was Quinn Hughes. He's picking Hronik again. So I think it's a no-brainer. It's got to be Hronik. There's only been one player who could warrant giving the most valuable player of the year award to, and it's Philip Hronik. Since the Hughes trade on December 12th, Hronik leads not only all defensemen but the entire team in points with 28. He leads Brock Besser by 1 and Elias Pettersson by 2. As mentioned, he's logging the most ice time of any skater on the team, while being only one of 3 players, Hronik, Marcus Pettersson, and Drew O'Connor, to have not missed a game this season. Yes, they're still dead last in the league with him, but some nights would look even more ugly without him. All right, next award is the Fred J. Hume Award, the Unsung Hero. So let me know in the chat, who is your Canucks Unsung Hero? Let me know in the chat. I'll give you guys some time to do that. All right, we got 1 vote for Linus Karlsson by Justin. Who is your Vancouver Canucks Unsung Hero of the season? Again, I know it's extremely difficult to do concerning how bad of a season it's been, but I'll give you guys 10 more seconds to get in a vote. Like seeing predominantly Carlson. I do see an O'Connor from Rain. That is actually a pretty good one right there. Justin, the Globe and Mail. Oh, man. There you go. How about this one? I got you guys an unsung hero. Doesn't play for the team. Doesn't work for the team. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and say my unsung hero, Trevor Beggs. Exactly. Yeah. Justin, you and I were both thinking the same thing. Yeah. Unsung hero is Beggsy. Yeah, 110% it's Beggsy. That's my pick. But let's check out and see what Tyson Cole put. Last year it was, of course, Kiefer Sherwood. I mean, how could you not pick Kiefer Sherwood last year? This year, Tyson is going with Linus Karlsson in this one, which is a pretty good one, actually, as Karlsson has been so good this year. There's really only two options for who could be this year's unsung hero, Drew O'Connor or Linus Karlsson. We're going with the latter. The argument for Karlsson over O'Connor is simple. Karlsson has 2 more points in 3 fewer games, despite averaging 2 minutes per game less than O'Connor. Karlsson averages more than a minute of power play time per game than O'Connor. However, he not only bests O'Connor, but also leads the entire team in 5-on-5 points with 26. Make that 28 now. Karlsson has managed to do so in a mostly bottom 6 role, while O'Connor has been playing higher in the lineup for the majority of the season. Whoops. Kind of gave that one away there. Hopefully you guys didn't see that. Going from starting the year as a healthy scratch to now being tied for 5th in goals and points makes him a strong candidate to be this year's unsung hero. Let's take a look at the Pavel Bure Most Exciting Player Award. So go ahead and let me know in the chat who is your most exciting player. I know you guys probably saw Tyson's answer there, but let me know. Last year it was obviously Quinn Hughes. Let me know who it is, who your most exciting player is this season for the Canucks. I'll give you guys some time to put in your answer in the chat. All right, we got one. Give you guys a little bit longer. All right, so we got one vote for Besser. Should make that 2 now. Vander Kane. Besser says Besser takes it. Rain says Besser. All right, let's see who Tyson picked. Tyson went with Liam Ogren. And yes, you could make a case for that, for sure. You know, obviously Ogren has been absolutely exciting for the Canucks. You know, obviously when the trade all went down, he was kind of like just, you know, the throw-in piece, or he was kind of viewed as the throw-in piece. But since he's obviously played a lot more games for the Canucks than he did with the Wild, and he's also been deployed a lot better than he did with the Wild as well. So that has really helped him. And yeah, Tyson is going with Liam Ogren for most exciting player. I'm officially making the case for Liam Ogren to win the most exciting player award for this season, and here's why. Ogren made a good first impression as as he scored in just his second game in a Canucks jersey against the New York Rangers. He then added a goal and an assist and buried the shootout winner 2 games later against the Bruins. Then Ogren began to earn Foote's trust, and he was elevated to the third line with Teddy Bluger and Connor Garland in early February. Over the following 5 games in which the trio played together, they logged the most 5-on-5 ice time of any Canuck line, while still having the best analytics with them on the ice rather than in any other lines' minutes. So looking at here, that line of Ogren, Bluger, Garland had a Corsi of 48%, which was 50.5%. Corsi without, I guess that's with the puck. And without the puck, 131 to 206, a 38.9%. Shots for with the puck, I believe. I'm not sure what that W is for. 30 out of 22, 57.7%. 39% without. Goals 4 to 2, and then 4 to 14. And over that 5-game stretch, the Canucks scored 8 goals. Of those 8 goals, a member of that line factored into the scoring on 6 of them. But then Foote invented the Bro line. They got much longer of a runway, playing 11 games with each other while drawing the hard matchups against the opposition's top competition. They still managed to rack up respectable analytics given the circumstances compared to the rest of the team. So here's the Bro line. 11 games. Corsi 41.1%. 44.2%, 48.4%, then 33.9%. Then goals were 5 to 7, 12 to 24. A member of that line registered a point on 16 of the 29 goals scored in those 11 outings. Granted, 7 of those goals came on the power play without Ogren. However, the way their line was rolling carried over onto the man advantage. Their 9 5-on-5 goals were far and away the most by any Canuck line over that stretch. Foote has since elevated Ogren to the top line with Pettersson, where he has developed early chemistry with his fellow countrymen, with Karlsson and Jake DeBrusk alternating on the opposite wing. There really have been 3 lines going for the Canucks since February, and the common denominator on all 3 of those lines is Liam Ogren. Whatever line he has been on has brought offense and excitement to what's been a tough stretch of 4, 14, and 2 Canucks hockey. Let's not forget that he was viewed as a throw-in, as I mentioned earlier, in the Hughes trade. However, Ogren's 15 5-on-5 points trail only Karlsson since the move. For a player with next to no expectations when he joined the team to have this big of an impact, he should absolutely garner some fan votes for him as the 2025-26 most exciting player. Next, we'll give out our best guesses on how the rest of the year will end up and who will receive the statistical and leadership honors that are not voted on by fans. Starting off with the Cyrus H. McLean Trophy for leading scorer. So let me know in the chat who's taken home this award for leading scorer. Let me know your best guesses in the chat. Okay, so we got 1 vote in from Justin. He's saying Pettersson. Anyone else? Bobby says Besser. Rain says PD. All right, let's see what Tyson thinks. So, of course, last year was Quinn Hughes. Elias Pettersson. At the time of this writing, Elias Pettersson leads the Canucks with 48 points, 15 goals, and 33 assists in 67 games. I believe he's up to 34 assists, I think, right? Actually, no, I'm going to look on here. I should know. I read them earlier, but let's see. No, PD did not get a point tonight. Check something here. Let's do this. Okay, so Hronek's at 46 points. And they've included Utah. What is PD at right now? Okay, so him and Hronek are tied at 48 points apiece. And that's one. So right now, Pettersson and Hronek are tied with 48. He is ahead. It says here he's ahead of Hronek and Besser. Besser with 43 points in 68 games. Besser is at... What is Besser at right now? Besser is still at 44 points. Okay. With a 4 and a 5 point gap on the other two. Pettersson catching heat on the power play lately, racking up 9 of his 10 points in his last 9 games on the man advantage. Pettersson's lead should be safe over the final 7 games. Well, now that it's tied with Hronek, definitely not. All right, let's take a look at the 3 Stars Award, the Molson Cup. Let me know your guys' guesses in the chat. Last year it was Quinn Hughes. Who's your pick for this year? Okay, got 2 votes in. All right, let's see who it is. Our guest, or I should say Tyson's guess, is Elias Pettersson or Brock Besser. Or maybe both. Looking through all the Canucks' 3-star selections this season, we currently have a 3-way tie at the top with Pettersson, Besser, and Demko all tied with 7. So as you can see here, Hedo has gotten a 1st star, just 1. Demko's gotten 3, at least first stars. Demko's also gotten 4 second stars. Kiefer Sherwood with 3 firsts and 1 second and 1 third at 5 total. Quinn Hughes with 1 first, 3 seconds, and 1 third, tied at 5 as well. You have Kevin Lankin, who's gotten 5 second stars. Besser's gotten 4 third stars and 3 first stars. So that puts him, like we said, at a tie with Demko. Myers with 1 first. Connor Garland with 1 second and 1 third, so only 2. Elias Pettersson with 1 first, 3 seconds, and 3 thirds. Once again, tied with Brock and Demko. Jake DeBrusk, 1 first star, 2 seconds, 1 third. Vander Kane, 2 seconds, 2 thirds. Drew O'Connor, 1 first, 1 second, 1 third. Mackenzie McEachran, 1 second. Max Sasson, 1 second, 1 third. Atu Ratu, 1 first. Nikita Tolopilo, 1 first, 3 seconds. Tom Belander, 1 third. Z William, 1 third, 1 second. Liam Ogren, 2 firsts, 1 third. David Camp, 1 third. Linus Carlson, 2 seconds. Philip Hronik, 3 seconds, 1 third. Marcus Pettersson, 1 third. Marco Rossi, 1 first, 1 second. Then Teddy Bluger with 1 third. Considering Demko has been shut down for the season, it's really a 2-man race to see who can muster up enough big games to have them honored as a 3-star selection over the final 7 games. All right, let's take a look at the Outstanding Community Leadership Award. Justin should be the hump. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. All right, let me know who's your guess for the Outstanding Community Leadership Award. Let me know your guess in the chat. The, rightly named Daniel and Henrik Sedin Award. What are we talking about? Harry, we're going over the team awards on this article. So you need to pick someone currently on the Canucks who will win the Outstanding Community Leadership Award. Glider. Dark Horse, he had plenty of time since he didn't play much. Justin. All right, let's see who Tyson picked. Future award name and Marcus Ruck. All right, let's see who. Last year was Quinn Hughes. Who does Tyson think it's going to be this year? He goes with Philip Hronik, who could very well clean up all the awards this year. I think this is an easy one, given that it's an award handed out by the team. Since the Hughes trade, there has been plenty of talk about Hronik and how he stepped up as a leader in the locker room, with insiders going so far as to say that the organization believes he has what it takes to be the next captain. To align with those beliefs, it would make sense that the team would give this award to Hronik. And that's the end of the article. So there you go. Let's see if there is something else that we can talk about. Let's see here. Not a whole lot. Well, I guess this is something we can kind of quickly touch on. Looks like we're going to have a new Stanley Cup champion this year because the Panthers have been officially eliminated from playoff contention after making it back-to-back years. Panthers are officially out. So we are going to have a new Stanley Cup champion this year. Any update on Philip Hedl? No, there's been no updates on Hedl. And I'm going to say no. I don't think he not ever play again, but I don't think he should play for the rest of the season. Like, I think they should just say that they're shutting him down. But I'm not too sure if the team's going to do that because I think he is hell-bent on playing, which does not make any sense at all. Congrats to the Sabres and their fans. It's going to be the Tampa Bay Lightning. That is Harry's pick. Harry's going with the Lightning. Please, I don't want a 7th straight year of a team from Florida winning the Cup or making the Cup final. Kings holding on to a playoff spot barely, but 31 OT games this year. Every year since St. Louis, Boston, there's been a team from Florida in the Cup final. You know what? On that note, let's take a look at the standings. Why not? So yeah, right now, Lightning are first in the Atlantic with 102 points. Trailed by only 2 points are the Montreal Canadiens. And of course, the Buffalo Sabres are a 100-point team. They are third in the Atlantic, but they've got to 100 points, which is pretty crazy. They are 5-3-2 in their last 10. Montreal's been on a tear. They've won 8 in a row. They're 9-1 in their last 10. Lightning are 7-1-2 in their last 10. And you got them Metropolitan. Hurricanes have gotten themselves a playoff spot with 104 points. Pittsburgh with 94. And then the Islanders with 89 points. The Islanders have actually been on a bit of a skid as of late. They're 3-7 in their last 10. Looking at the wild card for the East, at least, you have the Bruins and the Senators in the 2 wild card spots. Bruins with 94 points. Senators just barely hanging on there with 88 points, tied with the Red Wings, Flyers, and the Blue Jackets. So that's 4 teams right there that are fighting for a playoff spot. And of course, you have Washington, who's just 1 point out of that conversation. Flyers, of course, 7-3 in their last 10. Blue Jackets have kind of hit a bit of a wall. They're 3-6-1 in their last 10 after being on a heater after they changed their coach. So I guess that new coach rub is officially gone now. The Capitals are 6-2-2 in their last 10. You have the Devils. They're at 81 points. Leafs are eliminated. Panthers are eliminated, as we just mentioned. Rangers are eliminated, which we already do. Excuse me. Woo! At 73 points there. So now let's take a look at the West. Oh, here we go. Sorry. All right. So you have the Avalanche clinched the spot, 110 points. The Dallas Stars with 102 points. The Minnesota Wild with 98 points. The Dallas Stars 3-5-2 in their last 10. The Avalanche 6-3-1. Then the Wild are 5-5 in their last 10 games, but they have won 2 in a row. The Oilers at the top of the Pacific, tied with the Anaheim Ducks at 87 points. Then you have the Vegas Golden Knights with 84 points. Vegas are 4-4-2 in the last 10. The Ducks are 5-3-2, and then the Oilers are 7-2-1. Oilers have actually won 5 in a row. So that's how they jumped up into the lead, or tied for the lead in the Pacific. But as like what Connor McDavid said in regards to the Pacific, it is a pillow fight. You have the Utah Mammoth in the wild card spot there with 86 points. They've won 3 in a row now and are 6-4-0. Then you have the LA Kings with 81 points. So yeah, just hanging on by the skin of their teeth there. 4-2-4 in their last 10. The Sharks are right there. Yes, I said it. They're right there at 79 points, tied with the Predators. I believe they played the Predators tonight. And has that game ended yet? Let me quickly check. So right now, the Predators are beating the Sharks 3-2 after 2 periods. So whoever wins, so this is a pretty big game for both sides. You know, a big 2 points there. Obviously, if the Sharks win, they would be tied with LA. And then same goes for the Predators. Obviously, excuse me. Obviously, the Kings getting a big win over the Leafs was huge for them to keep their chances alive there. You have the Jets at 78 points, the Blues at 76 points, the Kraken at 75, Flames at 70. So they are not completely eliminated yet, but probably going to be momentarily as they have lost 2 straight. And of course, the Blackhawks and the Canucks have already been eliminated, and we're still at only 52 points. Jeez. 2-8 in our last 10. Man. And a minus 94 goal differential. And we're at 76 games. And our home record, 8-26-5. Still at only 8 home wins. Man. Oh, boy. Knowing Canucks luck, we dropped to 3rd and Buffalo wins the cup. How does Buffalo clinch, but Montreal doesn't? Good question. Oh, Justin answers this for you. Detroit and Ottawa has 6 games left, can tie Montreal if they win out. Montreal loses out, but they'll have more regulation wins than Montreal after that. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I should not have pulled an all-nighter the other night. Don't worry, I slept today. But that's why I'm yawning. I think even if Buffalo loses out, they'll finish with more regulation wins than Detroit if they win out. So they clinch. I'm just getting tired, may have to say. I mean, maybe I'll give G another 15, 20 minutes, and then I'll bring you on, I think. And you can spill the tea. I think we'll probably wrap up around maybe try and wrap up around 10. But let's keep looking at the standings. I just need some more caffeine in me. There we go. All right. Let's take a look at the league standings. All right. So you got the Avalanche still up at the top, followed by the Hurricanes, Lightning, Stars, Canadiens, Sabres, Minnesota, Pittsburgh up there with 94 points, Boston with 94, Detroit with 88, Flyers with 88, Oilers, you already know about the Oilers. And if you go all the way down here, there we are. Here's a good one. There's, 7 games left? Let me think here. Okay. Do you guys think the Canucks will make it to 55 points in the last 7 games? Let me know in the chat. Do you guys think the Canucks will be able to make it to 55 games? They would need to win 2 more games to hit that plateau. Do you guys think the Canucks can do it in the next 7? Let me know in the chat. Can we hit minus 100? Yeah, no. Let me know in the chat. Do you think we can get to at least 55 points, which means we would need 2 wins to hit that mark? Yeah, good point, Rain. All the minus goal differentials after Utah. Yeah. Where is Utah? Oh, yeah. And here we are at minus 94. Justin says, I say we hit 55, 1, 4, and 1. Anyone else have a prediction? For those of you just joining, I'm currently asking, do you think the Canucks can reach 55 points by the end of the season? They need at least 2 wins to do it. If they get 1 win, they'll be at 54 points. Then they would need just 1 more win to surpass that 55-point mark. Bobby says yes, that they will. Anyone else? No goal differential in the 74-75 Capitals with a goal differential of minus 265. Oof. Ouch. And the 23-24 Sharks were at a minus 146 in goal differential. Okay, so Rain says no, that they'll only win 1 more game. All right, as a add-on, And this, I'll pose this to Rain, since Rain said 54 points. Which game will that lone win be? It can be any of the next 7. Which game do you think they will get that one win? Let me know in the chat, Rain. Here, I'm going to take my hoodie off, actually. Well, my second hoodie. My second layer, I should say, because I am sweating in here. Oh. You know, Rain, let me know in the chat. Out of those 7 games, which one do you think the Canucks will actually win? Oh, so Rain doesn't actually think they will get a win. He says, guess 0-4-2, and the OTLs will be Anaheim and Edmonton. Interesting. All right. All right. Let's. All right. Do you guys want to do the scouting draft lottery thing? Let me know in the chat if you guys want to do that, and we'll maybe do a couple rounds of that, and then, yeah. Here, I'll load it up. What was it? Scouting? Is this it? Hope I don't go on to something random, like create dates. Is this it? NHL Draft Simulator. There we go. Share this tab instead. All right. Let's pick. All right, we haven't done this. Let's do the second round. %90 random. Pick Vancouver. All right, let's see here. Let's start. What? Oh, hey, we got the first pick. Woohoo! Obviously, we're going Gavin McKenna. All right, let's see here. No, I'm live right now. Unless you want to. All right. What? Let's actually restart this. I'm gonna restart this. Because I think. Here, pause. Going solo again. So I think I just figured out how we can do the entire draft. Go like this. Back up to 90%. Run draft lottery first. All right, here we go. And booyah. Obviously, going Gavin. Okay, so Chicago gets Chase Reed. Oh, they picked Chase Reed second. Oh! Stenberg drops down to 5th on here. Wow. Seattle gets Daxon Rudolph. Vigo Bjork goes to Winnipeg. Ryan Lind goes to Nashville. LA gets Novotny. Caleb Mahalcha goes 13th to Washington. Oliver Sufanto goes to the Islanders. Columbus gets Xavier Villeneuve. JP Hurlbert goes to Ottawa. Oscar Hemming goes to San Jose. Carson Karls goes to Philly. Nikita Klepov goes to, what is that, St. Louis? Liam Ruck gets picked by Boston. Oh, I think both Ruck players got drafted. So I don't see the other one. I'm going to go with Alexander Command. I want to see Liam Ruck who got picked. Oh, Marcus Ruck hasn't been picked. So yeah, let's go with Marcus Ruck for our first pick in the second round. Let's propose a trade. Was it Boston that got? Oh no, you can't actually trade players. Never mind then. I was maybe gonna try and trade, Elias Pettersson for Liam Ruck, so we could have both Ruck twins. But I guess you can't trade players in this one, just picks. All right, third round, pick number 50 in the second round. Let's see here. Not gonna lie, I'm not too familiar with the second round. Guys, help me out in the chat. Who should I pick? Who should I pick? Help me out. I'm on the clock. BPA. Oh, big brain. I'm just going to pick somebody. Nah. It said it was still under construction, Urban, when I opened this. So it looks like they're still working on it. Oh, it's been a while since we made a pick. Oh, yeah, that's right. We don't have a pick in the third round. At least not. Maybe like I think we have a late pick. Yeah, it's a late third round pick. All right, let me know in the chat. Who should I pick? Meh. Irvin, I'll look into that for sure. Ooh. Oh, wow. Rubric is still available, and it's in the fourth round. I'm going to go with him. Okay, let's go fast. Because I want to try that thing with Irvins. I'm just going to pick randos now. Nah, that's a fancy name. There we go. So here's this one. Across 7 rounds. We got McKenna, Command, Marcus Ruck. I can't even pronounce that guy's name. Rubric. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 picks. Anywho. All right, let's. How do I restart? Again. All right, let's see here. It says session not found. Or did I not put that in correctly? No, it says I put it in correctly. Weird. Yep, same session not found. That's odd. Interesting. Yeah, maybe it doesn't work yet, Urban. Duo? Better late than never, right? Good to see you, Duo. All good, buddy. All right, we're going to try this one more time here. Nope, it says session not found. Check. So yeah, they may not have it up and running. So that's probably why. What are we up to? Well, you missed a lot, Duo. We went through, the team awards. We did the job simulator. I mean, I just did a quick one. Went through the game. Gotta love technology. Yeah, I know, right? Jeez. Something else we could do. Should we do it one more time? And if so, should we just do the first round or should we do all 7? Let me know, guys, in the chat if you guys want me to run the simulator one more time. Or actually, do you guys want me to do the tankathon thing? Is there an update on your watch hours? I'll do it for you, Duo. But right now we are at 2,841, so less than 200 watch hours away. Okay, I did not mean to click on that. Yeah. All right, let me know in the chat. Do you guys want me to run the simulator again? And do you want me to do just the first round or do you want me to do all 7 rounds? Okay, so Duo is saying do the first round. And yeah, he's kind of on the same boat as me. He doesn't really know a whole lot of people outside the first round. Lorraine or Justin as guests for Saturday Night Show. All right, I'll do the first round. Let's do this. Vancouver, we'll do the first round. We'll randomize it to 90%. If I can get there. There we go. Run the lottery first. Or wait, did I turn that off? Whoops. That's why it had me picking McKenna first right away. That's why. All right, let's run the lottery now. All right, yeah, that's a good idea, Justin, actually. We'll do 2 rounds just to see where the Rucks land up. All right, you guys ready? Give me a thumbs up in the chat. Well, you can do a thumbs up or you can do like what Irvin did. A hang loose. Bring the Ruckus. Do you think we'll hit it? I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. Definitely hopeful I can hit it at least by the end of this month. So yeah, yes, it has actually quite a bit actually this year. I think January was my biggest month. Had a bit of a decrease in February, and it's March. I think last I looked, I had like 500 watch hours in just the month of March alone. So there you go. All right, I see a couple of thumbs up. Let's get going on the simulator. Simulate lottery. There we go. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I do not like this. Of course, Chicago goes with McKenna. Ooh. I gotta go with Stenberg. Carson Carroll's off the board. Tynan Lawrence going 5th. Wow. Chase Reed going 6th. Ryan Lynn goes 7th. Vigo Bjork goes 8th. Ethan Belchitz goes 9th. Caleb Mahalchik goes 10th. Goes to Nashville. Oliver Suvanto goes to LA. Oscar Hemming goes to New Jersey. Washington gets Elton Hermanson. Devontae goes to the Islanders. Columbus gets Villeneuve. San Jose gets Klepov. Calgary gets Albert Smits. Utah gets JP Hurlbert. San Jose gets Daxton Rudolph. Washington gets Marcus Nordmark. Is that St. Louis? Gets Juho Piperinen. Of course, here's our pick. Why is the Rucks not on the 10 best available right here? Like, this is bullshit, man. Boom. No, I swear, if someone picks one of the other Rucks, I'm gonna like throw something. Yo! Let's go! Urban, you passed on Matt this person. Well, I had to bring the ruckus, man. Oh, I'm up. Wait, did Preston get picked? Yeah, he did. Damn it. Well. Okay, let's see here. Who should I pick? I don't really know a whole lot of these names except for maybe Cullen. Ooh, is Rubric still available? Yep. I'm going to go with Cullen. I think that's a good safe bet. Oh, yeah, some Chicago picked Preston right after we did. Yeah, got the Rucks. Pick Mike Oxmole. Who's that? I don't think I have another pick, though. But there you go. 4 picks in the first 2 rounds. Look at that. I might have to save this one. I mean, I think it would be a lot better if you replace Stenberg with McKenna, but yeah, look at that. Liam and Marcus Ruck. One of them picked 25th overall, and the other one picked 33rd overall. And on top of that, you get Stenberg too. Boner. Is that an actual name on there? Or is Urban just throwing out random names? Wow, Montreal went command on that one. I should have seen it. There you go, Urban. There's your ranking. What is your off-season plans for content and schedule? That's actually a good question, Duo. I do not know. I haven't really thought of that. All I've really thought of so far is the draft lottery, which I officially booked off work. I've booked that day off. So that's all I got so far. Maybe I'll book off the draft as well, and maybe do a live stream for the draft as well. Then, of course, maybe do something for free agency as well. But as far as that, I don't have anything else. So, all right. Yes, Duo. We'll have a live show for the draft lottery in about a month. I'm going to save this because that is. See, if this actually happened, I'd be okay with it. Let me know in the chat if this actually happened for the Canucks, and this is what their first two rounds were. Would you be okay with it? Let me know in the chat. Give me a Y or an N in the chat. Y as in yes, N as in no. Yes, I believe so, Urban. Yeah. Rain says A for apathetic. JR and Albin are definitely picking that kid. I mean, I just picked him randomly, so if we draft first and don't take McKenna, I'm raging. Very fair duo. Very fair. Irvin, don't manifest. The Canucks are going to take the Swede first. Well, it's what they do. I don't trust these fools at all. Yeah, Rain. We'll save it for another day when G's here as well. So maybe next post game, if G is around, we'll definitely do it when he's around as well, because I know he was looking forward to it as well. So, but definitely get some sleep there, big brain, and hopefully we'll see you at the next post game there, buddy. Sleep country can. Why buy a mattress anywhere else? I do not know. I haven't heard from him today, so. Man. Yeah, no, isn't it weird that I know that off the top of my head? How many brews did you crush, Irvin? All right, we'll go till at least 10, so at least 15 more minutes, just to get the watch hours. Sweet. Yeah, we'll go till about 10, and then I'll end it at about 10. Here, let's do the tankathon. If you're a certain age, some things are just burned in there. Yes, absolutely. Although lately, I've been seeing that brick, or the ad for the brick. One where it's like she's on a brick house. So much lately. I have that ad like literally stuck in my head, to the point where I'm actually like singing like she's a brick house. Irvin had a margarita last night. Ooh. All right, let's do this tankathon draft lottery. This is a pre-lottery position clinched. Obviously, the Canucks are the only one. What is this red and green for? Okay. Oh, we haven't really looked at these playoff matchups. Actually, we haven't even looked at the out-of-town scoreboard, so just leave your stream on like ISO speed. 1 week, boom, 2,000 watch hours. All right, let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard since it's here. Okay, so the Rangers beat the Red Wings. Minnesota beat Ottawa. Colorado beat Dallas 2-0. Pittsburgh trounced Florida 9-4. Tampa beat Boston 3-1. LA beat Toronto 6-7. Utah beat Vancouver 7-4, obviously. Winnipeg beat Columbus 2-1. Montreal beat New Jersey 4-3. Washington beat Buffalo 6-2. Carolina beat the Islanders 4-3. Chicago beat Seattle 4-2. Nashville is beating San Jose right now 5-3 with 1:22 left in the third period. So it's looking like unless San Jose can come back, it looks like Nashville is going to get those important 2 points. Calgary beat Anaheim 5-3, and then Vegas beat Edmonton 5-1. And then looking at the playoff matchups, you have San Jose right now, currently. This will probably change in about a minute or so. They're lined up to face Colorado in the first round. Yikes. And of course, we know Minnesota is lined up to face Dallas. Edmonton is lined up to face Utah. And then Anaheim is lined up to face Vegas. In the Eastern Conference, you have Carolina lined up to face Ottawa. Pittsburgh is lined up to face the Flyers. And then Tampa Bay is lined up to face Boston. That actually should probably be a really good matchup there between Boston and Tampa Bay. Then you have Montreal and Buffalo lined up to face each other. That, too, should probably be a really good matchup as well. What's done here? So, okay, so we got a mock draft here. Canucks pick McKenna. Stenberg goes second. Then Malhotra goes sixth, goes to Boston. Let's see the full mock draft here, just because I want to see this. Rankings updated 15 days ago. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so they have the Canucks picking Mathis Preston. Interesting. I know Irvin mentioned that name. Oh, Ottawa, you sons of bitches. They pick Liam Rockwood. Oof. Okay, that kind of takes me off. Because if Ottawa doesn't get their pick back, that's us. Right there. Who in the... Okay, so that's Liam. Where does Marcus go? Oh, wow. Isn't that such a Canuck thing to do, to pass up on Marcus Rock? And he goes 2 spots after you, and he goes to Anaheim. This one I don't get at all. Look at that, 13 points. I don't think they're gonna draft Preston with the 24th pick, but that's just me. All right, let's do the lottery. We got about 10 minutes. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. Wow, we went with Piperine at 24th instead. Fucking Ottawa again picking Liam. Huh? Okay, let's go back to the beginning here. Okay. Florida again. And of course, we drop down 2 spots. Let's try this again. Oh. St. Louis moves up 6 spots. Woo! Let's go again. Woo! Whoa! Back to back. Ugh. Okay, let's see how many times we can win it. So there's what? Twice? We've gotten it? Make that 3 times? Four times? Wow, Washington moves up 10 spots to get 3rd. Wow, that's the first time I've seen us drop down to 2. Usually we always drop down to 3. Yeah, 5. Wow, New Jersey and Washington both move up 10 spots in this one. New Jersey moving up 10 spots. Yeah, that's 6. That's 7. That's 8. See if we can get up to 10. There's 9. Oof. There's 10. Boom. This behind. Nope. All right. right, I'm gonna wrap it up in a couple minutes here. How many tries? I don't know. I lost count. More than 10 for sure. I'll stop screen. Let's go back to here. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, I'm gonna cut it right at 10. So, but we still got 49 or 48 people now here and here. Thank you all for tuning in for this post game. I know it felt like I did the post game so long ago, but I appreciate every single one of you for being here. And like I said earlier, another Canucks loss, but we probably should be used to it by now. But yeah. Just quickly going through comments here real quick. All right, that's okay. G, all good, buddy. All good. I was able to hold my own, so it's all good. Maybe we'll see you at the next one. All good, buddy. Yeah, that was a lot of fun doing the Sims. Maybe we'll do more of those in the future, and I'll definitely show G that one that we did where we did the first 2 rounds, and we got a couple of twins in that job simulator that I did. So perhaps we'll take a look at that in the next post game. But on that note, I'm going to sign out. So clip that round. Oh, I saved the simulation. So don't worry. I think I can save it as like an image or something. But look at your fictional leaderboard. I actually cannot see that. Let me look. Okay, so we got Just Incredible up at number 1 with 150. Actually tied with Rain with 150. Rain is in second, tied with him. And you have Bobby, People's First Yukon with 125. Headspace Hockey, Gerald, and then Duolingo. So top 5 are Just Incredible, Rain Winslow, Rain, Bobby, Headspace, and then G. So there you guys go. But no, once again, thank you guys for being here for this post-game show. You guys know that I always appreciate every single one of you, and hope you guys enjoyed this very, very interactive post-game, with all the draft sims. We'll maybe try and do that on the regular leading up to the draft. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next post-game show.